All right, off and rolling here. A little novice on a Tuesday. Don't see that very often. Oh, watch it on the straightaway. Jack up on two wheels, saves it. These guys working a couple laps here. Dan Landrum out front, Ryder Smith, Jack Nelson, Blake Landrum. 50 seconds in, 4:10 to go. Whoa, Blake Landrum ripping a wheelie on the straightaway. Catching that curb in just a little too much. $1:15 in, 3:45 to go. Dan Landrum out front. He's in that green, working down the line. Ryder Smith in the 2 spot, in that white and orange. Blake Landrum in the 3, in that darker green. And then Jack Nelson in that purple truck. 3:25 to go. Dan currently on a 15-lap run right now. 14 for Ryder, 12 for Blake, 12 for Jack Nelson. Watch it after the sweeper. It's clear. Two down, 3 to go. Dan out front working that kids table. Light green, yellow wheels through the chicane. Ryder Smith hanging on to that 2 spot. Blake Landrum in the 3. Jack Nelson in the 4. 2:40 on the clock. Leader across the line, 19 flat. 16 and a 5:15 to pace. Ryder Smith in that 2 spot. 14 and a 5:03 for him. 13:5:07 for Blake and a 5:22 for Jack Nelson. Our leader parks it. Oh, no, it's broke. Landrum losing steering on that buggy. Servo link probably popped off or broke. $1:40 to go. Ryder Smith taking over the top spot now. 14 and a 5:06 for him. Blake Landrum up to the 2. Jack Nelson in the 3. 1:20 to go. Ryder working the triple right now. White. A little bit of orange fade in there. Yellow wheels working through the chicane. Tidy lines for Ryder Smith. $20.2 across the line. 14 and a 5:01 the pace off a young Ryder. Blake Landrum hanging on to that 2 spot. 13:5:01 for him. 13 and a 5:23 for Jack Nelson. 45 seconds to go. All these guys getting grouped up around the carousel corner. Landrum getting in the back of Jack. No patience there. Ten seconds to go in this one. Ryder Smith out front. Comfortable lead. Keep going, keep going. Everybody's still going. Blake Landrum, Jack Nelson, you guys are done. Just waiting on Ryder Smith. Racing behind you, Jack. Watch it going into chicane. One car still racing that orange and white buggy. And that's a race. Ryder Smith, the world's longest last lap, 15 and a 5:39. 13 and a 5:04 for Blake Landrum. 12 and a 5:08 for Jack Nelson. We'll need a couple volunteer marshals after that one. All right, we're spinning around here. Race number 2, stock short course, one of 2 heats. Always a strong showing of stock short course on a Tuesday night here at Trackside. Give these guys a little minute here to settle in. About 1:15 in, 3:45 to go. It's showtime. Villaroos out front, 17 and a 5:11 early on. Coles in a 2 spot, showing a 16.501. Watch going into chicane. 16 and a 5:13 for Bonji and Rick Nicholas. 16 and a 5:17 for Matt Beer. 15 and a 5:17 for Todd Meyer. 3:25 to go. Villaroos in that white, orange, seafoam green. 17 lap pace. Shane Coles in a 2 spot up to a 17 lap run now. These guys separated by 0.2 of a second up front. Villaroos and Coles, 3:10 on the clock. Coles in that white and orange working on the back of Rick Nicholas. Matt Beer up to that 3 spot now. 16 and a 5:13 for him. Him and Nicholas back and forth every time they cross the line. 4/1000 of a second separating those two. 2:50 to go. Bonji in the 5. Meyer in the 6. Our leader rolls it over. That was Shane Coles. That should give it back to June, and it does. Separation now 2 seconds in favor of June. Halfway down, halfway to go. These guys working it out through the chicane. Excellent driving there from Coles and Nicholas. .250 in, 2:10 to go. Villaroos out front. Little slideways in that carousel corner, working the kids' table now. Shane Coles in a 2. June is separated 3.2 over the second spot car of Shane Coles. Now it's 2.5. Coles does his best lap on lap 9. 18 flat for Shane Coles. Matt Beer in that 3 spot. Rick Nicholas, Fran Bonji, Todd Meyer, 1:45 on the clock. Closest battle right now, Rick Nicholas, Fran Bonji. Those two separated by 1.2. .130 to go. Matt Beer doing his fast lap last time by 18.7. Beer in that red and black. Villaroos across the line with an 18.2. He's the only guy in a 17-lap run now. Shane Coles hanging on to that 2 spot. 16.501 for him. 5.10 for Beer. 5.15 for Nicholas. 5.17 for Bonji. 14 and a 5.11 for Todd Meyer. 4 down, 1 to go. .35 seconds to go. Villaroos out front, working a kids' table. Coles, Beer, Nicholas, Bonji, and Meyer. All these guys pretty separated now. Villaroos hanging on to that 17-lap run. 17 and a 5.14, 18.9 across the line. That time by 15 seconds to go. Keep going, keep going. Everybody is still alive. Jack. Rick Nicholas, you are the first one done. Matt Beer, you're done. Shane Coles, done. Todd Meyer is done. Everybody is done. Bring them in, shut them down. Marshall's on your blowers. Villaroos going to take that one. 17 and a 5.14. 17 and a 5.18 for Shane Coles. Matt Beer, 16, 5.11, his best run. 16 and a 5.16 for Rick Nicholas. 5.20 for Fran Bonji. 14 and a 5.23 for Todd Meyer. Tyler Ski working the fastest lap. Benjamin Meyer, Ski Man, Benny, and Steven. About 105 in, 3:55 to go. Tyler Ski is out front. All blue with the silver. 17 in a 5:05 the pace. Ski Man in the 2. 16 lap run for him. 15 for Benjamin. 15 for Steven. 15 for Benny. 3:45 to go. Tyler Ski working the kids' table right now. Blue and silver. Through the chicane. 17 and a 5:11 is his pace. He's got 5.5 seconds on a 2 spot of Ski Man. Ski Man, though, only got 0.6 of a second on Benny Carlson. Benny Carlson moving up to that 3rd spot. Stephen Key in a 4. Benjamin Meyer in a 5. 2 down, 3 to go. Benny across the line with a 19.3. He's within 0.2 of Ski Man now. Ski Man takes a little bit back there. 2:45 to go. Halfway down, halfway to go. Tyler Ski out front. 7-second lead on Ski Man in the 2 spot. Ski Man doing his best lap last time by 18.9. Benny Carlson with an 18.9 of his own. Separation there, 0.1 of a second. Stephen Key in the 4. Benjamin Meyer in the 5. Three down, 2 to go. 19.000 last time across the line for Benny Carlson. Going to move him up to the 2 spot. Ski Man went a 19.5. Separation there about 0.4. 1:45 on the clock. Closest battle on the track. Benny Carlson and the Ski Man. Leader across the line, 18.4 that time by 17 and a 5:13 to pace. Tyler Ski on a TQ run, but the margin is narrow. Current TQ is June Villarue's 17 and a 5:14. Ski currently on a 5:13, 1:20 to go. Ski Man answering a call here. Hot lap on lap 11, 18.6. Going to back it up with a 19.4. 0.2 ahead of Benny Carlson right now. 50 seconds to go. Benny setting pace off our leader right now, just following Tyler Ski around track. Leader's coming up on Benjamin. Excellent. Ski Man going for a tumble in the sweeper. He had 0.6 of a second margin over Benny Carlson. 10 seconds on the clock here. It's going to be close now. Benny across the line with a 19 flat. It's going to come down to the last laps here. Keep going, keep going. They're going to get some more. Keep going, keep going. Everybody's still going. Stephen Key, you are done. Racing in front of you and behind you. Benny Carlson, you're done. Benjamin Meyer, you're done. Waiting on both the skis. There's the Ski Man. Just one more to blue and silver. And there's Tyler Ski. Bring him in, shut him down. Marshall's on your blower. Tyler Ski going to take that one 17 and a 514.3. June's TQ, 17 and a 514.6. New TQ for Tyler Ski. Benny Carlson, 16 and a 510. 512 for Ski Man. Benjamin Meyer, 15 and a 509. 15 and a 509 for Stephen Key as well. His best run on the layout. Separation there, about 6/10. Marshall. These guys settling in, stock buggy on the track right now. Let these guys get a couple laps in the books here. About 1 minute in, we got Talon DD out front. Coles. Now it's LeBeau, Coles, Nelson, Tenney's, Villaruz, and O'Brien. DD working down the line here. That's our leader. 18 and a 514 to pace. Drake LeBeau in that 2 spot. He's in that red and white. Chris Nelson, Shane Coles, JT, Craig O'Brien, and June Villaruz. 3:25 to go. DD and LeBeau both on 18-lap runs right now. 1.4 to separation up front. DD across the line, 16.9. Hot lap of the race on lap 5. Chris Nelson throws down 17.1, takes over that number 2 spot. LeBeau down to the 3. Tenney's in the 4. Coles, O'Brien, and Villaruz. 3:05 to go. Leader is in that grayish looking car working down the straightaway. Last time 16.9, going to back it up with a 22.3. Talon from the 1 to the 3. Chris Nelson taking over the top spot now. Watch it on straightaway, straightaway. Go low, 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 low. Stay low, stay low, stay low. It's clear. So Chris Nelson out front. Baby blue, yellow wheels working a triple section right now. Directly behind Talon Didi on track. Didi is in that 2 spot. Scratch that. LeBeau in a 2 spot. Didi down to the 3. Separation 2/10 there. Cole's only 3/10 off of that battle, and another 6/10 is JT. O'Brien in the mix as well. And we got Villaruz. 2:15 to go. Things starting to tighten up here at the end. Nelson, Didi, LeBeau, Tennies, Coles, O'Brien, and Villaruz. Nelson got a little bit of a gap here. 4.2 on Talon Didi. He's only got 7/10 on Tennies, who's got 2/10 on LeBeau, who's got 8/10 on Coles and 4/10 on O'Brien. Every lap, these guys shuffling around. 150 on the clock. Nelson dropping off that 18-lap pace, 17.5 flat. Tennies, hot lap at a race on lap 11, 16.8. Bumps him up to the 2 spot, 17.503 for him, 05 for Coles, 05 for O'Brien, 05 for LeBeau, 17.08 for Didi. Villaruz on a 15 with 125 to go. Nelson still out front, but the gap is shrinking. Tennies on a hard charge here. 1.7 separation between Nelson and Tennies. 17.1 across the line for Chris Nelson. Bumps him up to an 18-lap pace. Tennies with a 17.2. It's 1.8 the gap up front. LeBeau in the 3. Coles, O'Brien, Didi, and Villaruz. Nelson gets it wrong in a double table section. From the 1 to the 4. 45 seconds to go. Now it's Jamie Tennies out front. 17.501. 03 for LeBeau, 04 for Nelson and Coles and O'Brien. 07 for Didi. 30 seconds to go. Ten seconds to go here. Tennies out front. Coles up to the 2. Now O'Brien up to the 2. Last couple laps are going to be critical here. These guys all separated by mere seconds. Keep going like you're going to get some more. Tennies caught at the line. Racing behind you, Jamie Tennies. Thank you. Drake LeBeau, you are done. Everybody else still going. Craig O'Brien is done. Shane Coles is done. Talon Didi done. Waiting on Nelson and Villaruz. There's Chris. One more, all white. And that's it. Bring him in. Shut him down. Marshals on your blowers, please. Jamie Tennies is going to take that one. 17.5 flat. 17.503 for Craig O'Brien. 504.3 for LeBeau. 0.7 for Coles. 505 for Chris Nelson. 506 for Talon Didi. 16.513 for June Villaruz. Very close. Watching a sweeper go high in a sweeper. Let these guys get a couple laps here. There it is, 2 laps in the books. Matt Bendelin, Mike Chesney, Shane Smith, Jaden Bendelin. 16 lap pace early on for Matty B. 15s for Chesney and Smith. Separation there, 6/10. 14 and a 5:09 for Jaden. 3:45 to go. Bendelin across the line, 18-3. 16 and a 5:02, the pace off that all black. Chesney in the 2 spot, 15 lap run for him. 15 for Shane Smith. Those two back and forth every time they cross the line. Separation 4/10. Bendelin, new hot lap at a race last time by 18-3. 2:55 to go. Chesney with a 19.6 on lap 6. That was his best lap. 16 and a 5 flat right now off of Matt Bendelin. That all black, working a triple section into the kids' table. Chesney up to the 2 spot, 15.501 for him. 5:08 for Shane Smith. 5:12 for Jaden Bendelin. 2:25 to go. Chesney and Smith separated by 1.7 right now. Jaden Bendelin only 2 seconds off of that. So 2, 3, and 4 duking it out here. 2:10 on the clock. Bendelin ascends to a 19-lap run, last time by 18-1 across the line. Best lap of the race. Shane Smith goes 18.5, his best lap. 1:55 to go. Bendelin in that all black, yellow wheels. Coming up on Chesney if and when. Shane Smith in that green, white fade, yellow wheels. Currently residing in the 2 spot. Chesney in the 3 in that orange and white. Jaden Bendelin in the 4, all blue. 1:25 to go. Bendelin 18 flat across the line. New hot lap at a race again. Bendelin getting after it at the end of this race here. 1:05 to go in this one. Watch coming out of the chicane. It's, woo-wee, it's clear. Wow. That was millimeters right there. Drake LeBeau with the quick feet. 40 seconds to go. Watch it coming out of chicane. Whoa. Oh, Matt Bendelin turns in a bit early there. The curbing, biting him. Ends up in the penalty zone. Ten seconds to go in this one. Keep going, keep going. Mike Chesney, you are done. Shane Smith done. Matt Bendelin done. Just waiting on that all blue. Working down the line here. And that's it. Bring him in, shut him down. Matt Bendeling going to take that one. 17 and a 5:17. Mike Chesney, 15 and a 5:04. Shane Smith, 15 and a 5:09. 15 and a 5:16 for Jaden Bendelin. Mike Chesney, that was your best run on the layout by 5 seconds. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. All right, 21.5 buggy out to Marshall. Novice guys, you guys are up. All right, Novice, go ahead, roll them around, check them in. Almost. All right, everybody is checked in. Straightaway is closed. The order in this one going to be Ryder Smith, Blake Landrum, Jack Nelson, and Dan Landrum. All right, guys, I'm going to call you by name. Ryder. Blake. Jack Nelson. And Dan Landrum. Round number 2 rolling around out here at Trackside. Novice on the track right now. About a minute in, we got Dan Landrum on the point. Ryder Smith, Jack Nelson, and Blake. Dan Landrum across the line, 19-1, 16 and a 5-14 to pace. 15 and a 5 flat for Ryder, 5-18 for Blake. 14 lap run for Jack Nelson. 3:35 to go. Watch coming on the straightaway. It's clear. Was our leader getting it wrong? Ryder Smith going to take over the top spot now. Ryder working down the line here. Last time by 19.7. Going to back it up with a 20.1. 15 and a 5 flat the pace. Dan Landrum in a 2. 15 and a 5.09 for him. Scratch that Blake Landrum in a 2. These guys back and forth every lap. Dan and Blake. Dan on his lid. That's going to give it back to Blake here. Dan going to shuffle down to the 3 spot. Jack Nelson in the 4. 2:50 to go. Blake Landrum does his best lap last time by 19.5. Leader across the line, 20.8, 15 and a 5.02. Blake Landrum in that 2 spot, 15.507. These guys not separated by much up front. Ryder Smith on the wrong side of the pipe. Blake Landrum on the move here. 1.6 the separation up front. Here comes Blake. Rough lap there for Blake Landrum. Going to move Dan Landrum back up to the 2 spot. His best lap of the race on lap 8. Hot lap of the race, 18.5. 1:55 to go. Watch it after the kids' table. $140 to go in this one. We'll need a couple volunteer marshals after this race. Ryder Smith out front, 15.506. Dan Landrum, 15.508. Ryder Smith, hot lap last time by, 19.7 for him. Working through the triple section now. White and orange. Dan Landrum hanging on to that 2 spot. He's in the light green. Yellow wheels working a triple. Blake Landrum in a 3 in that forest green. Jack Nelson in the purple short course. 1:10 to go. $55 seconds to go in this one. Ryder Smith out front. He's only got 1.5 seconds over Dan Landrum in the 2 spot right now. Ryder got to keep it clean. Both these guys on TQ runs. Second place on Jack Nelson. 30 seconds to go. Smith, Landrum, and Nelson. Ryder Smith across the line, another hot lap for him, 19.6. Time about to expire here. Ryder has amassed a 1.1 second lead over Dan Landrum. Last lap's going to be critical. Ryder Smith, you are done. Everybody else still going. Blake Landrum, you're done. And everybody is done. Bring them in, shut them down. Marshals on your blowers, please. Ryder Smith going to take that one. New TQ, 15 and a 503. 15 and a 509 for Dan Landrum, his best run. 14 and a 507 for Blake. 13 and a 512 for Jack Nelson. Me a couple volunteer marshals, guys. Could use one volunteer marshal. You gonna take it there? You want to stand there? That'd be awesome. All right, you guys go ahead, roll them around, check them in. Just waiting on Showtime Villaroos. Where is Showtime Villaroos? Oh. All right, June is a scratch on this one. The order is going to be Shane Coles, Matt Beer, Rick Nicholas, Fran Bonji, and Todd Meyer. All right, guys, I'm going to call you by name. Watch your corner, Jack. Shane Coles, Matt Beer, Rick Nicholas, Fran Bonji, and Todd Meyer. All right, off and rolling here. Race number 2 on the track right now. About a minute in here, 4 minutes to go in this one. Shane Coles is out front. Bonji, Beer, Nicholas, and Meyer. Coles working a 17-lap pace early on. Bonji and Beer on 16s, 15 for Nicholas, 14 for Todd Meyer, 3:40 on the clock. Coles now white and orange, working the carousel corner now. 17 and a 5, 17 the pace. Current TQ, Tyler Ski, 17 and a 5, 14. Bonji in that 2 spot, 16 and a 5, 12 for him, 5:14 for Matt Beer. 15 for Rick, 14 for Todd with 3:20 to go. Two down, 3 to go. Coles out front. Matt Beer up to the 2 spot. Bonji, Nicholas, Meyer. Beer and Bonji separated by 1.2 right now. Rick Nicholas only 1.1 off of that. 2:45 on the clock. Battle shaping up for the number 2 spot. 16 and a 5, 12 for Beer. 5:15 for Bonji. 5:18 for Rick Nicholas. Halfway down, halfway to go. Shane Coles across the line, 18-3. Eking his way into TQ territory now. The white and orange is your leader. Coming up on some traffic. 1:55 to go. Shane Coles working through the triple, working a TQ run right now over to kids' table. Matt Beer in the 2, Nicholas, Bonji, Meyer. 1:35 to go. Oh, no. Shane Coles stuck on the exit ramp there. Falling way off that TQ run now. 1:05 to go. Coles down to a 16-lap pace. 16 and a 5:04. Matt Beer, 5:12. 5:15 for Rick Nicholas. 5:16 for Fran Bonji. 14 for Todd Meyer. 50 seconds to go. $30 to go in this one. The battle is for that number 3 spot. Rick Nicholas and Fran Bonji. Bonji lays down a less than stellar lap there. It's going to separate. 20 seconds on the clock. Time about to expire here. Shane Coles, you are done. Fran Bonji done. Matt Beer done. There's Todd Meyer waiting on one more. And that's it. Bring him in, shut him down. Marshall's on your blowers. Shane Cole's going to take that one 16 and a 5:01. 5:10 for Beer, 5:15 for Rick Nicholas, 15 for Bonji, 14 for Meyer. All right, you guys go ahead, roll him around, check him in. All right, everybody has checked in. The order in this are going to be Tyler Ski, Benny Carlson, Ski Man, Benjamin Meyer, and Stephen Key. All right, guys. I'm going to call you by name. Tyler Ski, Benny Carlson, Ski Man, Benjamin Meyer, and Stephen Key. Race number 3 on the track right now. Second heat of stock short course. Always a good showing of stock short course on a Tuesday night. About a minute into this one, we got Tyler Ski out front. Blue and silver. Benny Carlson in a 2 spot. Benjamin, Ski Man, and Steven. Separation up front right now, 0.4 of a second. Benny Carlson on his lid, stretching that separation out. Long race to go, 3:35 on the clock. Benny Carlson with a little work to do now. Now it's Tyler Ski, Benjamin Meyer up to the 2 spot. Ski Man, Benny, and Steven. Watch going in a triple. It's clear. 3:15 to go. All blue is your leader, 17 and a 5:14 to pace. Benjamin Meyer in that 2 spot. Now it's Ski Man up to the 2. Ski Man, 16 and a 5:12. 5:16 for Benny. 15 and a 5:04 for Benjamin Meyer. 5:09 for Stephen Key with 2:55 to go. 150 to go. Tyler Ski out front. 16.502. The battle for that number 2 spot, though. Ski Man and Benny Carlson both on 16.511. Separation 2/10. Benny Carlson takes over the 2. That time by Ski Man down to the 3. Benjamin and Steven. Benny in that sporty looking orange and checkerboard working through the chicane. Ski Man in that red and silver. Separation half a second between those two. Benny across the line with a 19.6. Here comes Ski Man. 19.3. So now it's down to 2/10. 1:10 to go in this one. Four down, 1 to go. Benny and Ski Man separated by 2/10. Ski Man doing his best lap last time by 18.8. So Ski Man answering the call here. And 18.8 for Benny as well. 19.5 that time for Ski Man. So separation 9/10 of a second, 30 seconds on the clock. $15 seconds to go. Benny is separated now just a bit from the Ski Man. 1.3 the gap. Tyler Ski, you are the first one done. Everybody else still going. Tyler Ski is the only car done. Benny Carlson done. Ski Man done. Waiting on Benjamin and Mustang. There's Mustang. And there's Benjamin. Bring him in, shut him down. Marshall's on your blowers. Tyler Ski going to take that one 16.5 flat. 5.08 for Benny Carlson. 16.5, 11 for Ski Man. 5.17 for Benjamin. Stephen Key, 15.5, 10. I could use one volunteer marshal. You guys go ahead, roll them around, check them in. I could use one volunteer marshal on the chicane. All right, everybody is checked in. I just need one volunteer marshal for the chicane, and we can get this bad boy a-rolling. Anybody who's got 5 extra minutes? Yeah? Nice. Thank you, Mr. LeBeau. Yes, that would be wonderful. All right, the order in this one, Jamie Tenney is going to lead us out. Craig O'Brien, Drake LeBeau, Shane Coles, Chris Nelson, Talon Didi, and Showtime Villaruz. All right, we're ready to roll. I'm going to call you by name. JT. KOB. Drake LeBeau. Shane Coles. Chris Nelson. Talon Didi. And showtime. Settle in, settle in, settle in. That's not very settled. Drake LeBeau coming out swinging. 16-7 last time by. Craig O'Brien to the point with a 16-8. LeBeau down to the 2. Didi, Tenney's, Coles, Villaruz, and Nelson. Top 5 guys, now top 4 guys on 18-lap runs. That's KOB, LeBeau, Tenney's, and Coles. Top 4 guys in TQ territory right now. 3:40 to go. Current TQ 17 and a 5 flat. Craig O'Brien 18 and a 5:05. 5:07 for LeBeau. 5:09 for Tenney's. 18 and a 5. 17 for Coles. 17s for the rest of the field. 3:25 to go. KOB your early leader in this one. All white. Yellow wheels. Working on the back of June Villaruz in that all white. Yellow wheels. 3:10 to go. Drake LeBeau taking over the top spot last time by, gives it back up. KOB back to the front. Tenney's, LeBeau, Coles, Nelson, Villaruz. Someone getting it wrong. That was Talon Didi. That was our 7th place car. Excellent driving there. Villaruz and O'Brien. Tenney's up to the 2 spot. Little Bobble's going to probably drop him back down to the 3, and it does. So Craig O'Brien out front right now, halfway down in this one. 18 and a 5:09.2. LeBeau 0.6. Tenney's 18.511. 5:16 for Chris Nelson. Hot lap last time by 16.8 for Chris Nelson. Shane Coles in a 5 on an 18. Villaruz 17. Didi on 17. 2:10 to go. So O'Brien and LeBeau separated by 1/10. Tenney's 1.3 off of that. Chris Nelson about 2 seconds back from them. 3 down, 2 to go. All these guys very close right now. 1:50 on the clock. Watch it exiting a chicane. Chicane exit. Clear. 1:35 to go. Tenney's moving up to 2 spot now, but it's still O'Brien out front. Watch it after the carousel. It's clear. Good marshal in there by Benny. O'Brien across the line. 17-2, 18 and a 5:09 the pace. Tenney's 18 and a 5:10. 7/10 the gap between O'Brien and Tenney's. 1:10 to go. 6/10 now. Tenney's taking another 10th off him. O'Brien takes it right back. Tenney's in that yellow, orange, gray, white. Working that double tabletop right now. Coming on the straightaway. Tenney's working on the back of LeBeau. .45 seconds to go. Top 2 guys on 18 and a 5:10 now. Separation 1/10 of a second. Chris Nelson at 3 spot, 18 and a 5:14 for him. So 30 seconds to go in this one. Everything to be decided. We got a couple guys in TQ territory right now. O'Brien back to the front. The separation 7/10, 20 seconds on the clock. Matching lap times for the top 2, 17.5 for both of them. Tenney's across the line, 17-1. Here's O'Brien, 17-3. It's down to 4/10 now. These guys working what should be one of their last couple laps. Keep going like you're going to get another one. It's all going to come down to this. Tenney's done. Cole's done. O'Brien done. LeBeau done. Talendidi done. Chris Nelson, you are done. Waiting on Showtime Villaroos. And that's it. Marshals on your blowers, please. Jamie Tenney's going to take that one on the last lap from Craig O'Brien. 18 and a 5:11.2, his best run on the layout. Craig O'Brien, welcome to the 18 lap club. 18 and a 5:11.4. 18 and a 5:14 for Chris Nelson. 17 and a 5:02 for Coles. 09 for Didi. 17 and a 5:13, his best run for June Villaroos. 17 and a 5:15 for Drake LeBeau. All right, 21.5, two-wheel drive buggy. You go ahead and roll them around, check them in. Nice and easy. All right, everybody is checked in. The order in this one going to be Matthias Bendelin going out first, Mike Chesney, Shane Smith, and Jaden Bendelin. All right, guys, I'm going to call you by name. Matty B. Mike Chesney. Shane Smith. And Jaden Bendelin. Off and rolling here, race number 5 on the track. Final race of the round. .21.5 two-wheel drive roaring around the track right now. Matthias Bendelin leading him out. Shane Smith, Mike Chesney, Jaden Bendelin. We got a long race to go in this one. 4:10 on the clock in this one. Matty B, your early leader in that black, yellow wheels. 17 lap pace. Shane Smith in a 2, 16 lap run for him. 16 for Jaden Bendelin. Chesney on a 14. .325 to go. Matty B, 17 and a 5:14 to pace. Looking to reset that TQ right now. Shane Smith hanging on to the 2 spot. 16.508 for him. 5:14 for Jaden Bendelin. 14 and a 5:13 for Mike Chesney. 3:05 to go. Jaden Bendelin does his hot lap last time by 19.4. Bendelin in that all blue, working the tables on those straight now. 2:20 in, 2:40 to go. Bendelin down to a 16 lap pace now, 16 and a 5:05. Shane Smith within striking distance here, 2.1 the gap. Jaden Bendelin hanging on to that 3 spot. Mike Chesney in the 4, 2:25 to go. Chesney does his best lap on lap 6. It's a 19.6. Three down, 2 minutes left. Matty B, you're all black, hanging on to that top spot. He's got 2.8 on Shane Smith in a 2. Shane Smith and Jaden Bendelin both doing their best laps. Last time by, 19 flat for Shane. Jaden with a 19.3. Top 3 guys on 16 lap runs. Chesney on 14, 1:35 to go. .355 down, 1:05 to go in this one. Bendelin, Smith, Bendelin, and Chesney. Matty B across line, 18.5, 16 and a 5:01 the pace. 16.508 for Shane Smith. 16 and a 5:18 for Jaden Bendelin. 15 and a 5:15 for Mike Chesney. 35 seconds to go. $15 seconds to go. All these guys working pretty good runs right now. 17.8 last time across the line for Matty B. Hot lap at a race on lap 15. Matt Bendelin, you are done. Caught at the line. Everybody else is still going. Everybody's still going except for Matty B. Oh! Just waiting on one more of that all blue. Still racing. And that's it. Bring him in, shut him down. Matty B going to take that one 16 and a 5 flat. Shane Smith, his best run on the layout, 16 and a 5:12. Jaden Bendelin, welcome to the 16 lap club, 16 and a 5:18. Chesney with a 15 and a 5:13. All right, I'll get the main set up here. All right, I'm getting the main set up right now. Novice, you'll be race number 1. 21.5 buggy, you're going to be race number 2. Stock short course race 3, stock buggy race 4. I'm going to need some volunteer marshals after race 2. We got a full stock short course heat. I will need every able-bodied person in the building to help me out. But I am changing the race order just a bit. So make sure you check the heat sheets. They're coming off the printer in a very short moment. Make sure you guys check the heat sheet. The race order did change. All right, novice A-main, you guys are up. Stock buggy A-main out to Marshall. I will need some volunteer marshals here and there for the main, so I'll be calling it out. Please help me out. Definitely after race 2. All right, novice drivers. Go ahead, roll them around, check them in. Nice and easy on the straight there, Ryder. Gotcha. All right, Ryder Smith on the number 1. Dan Landrum on the 2. Blake Landrum on the 3. Jack Nelson on the 4. All right, our grid is all set here. This is the novice A-main. Let's take it nice and easy. Let's have some fun on the sound of the tone. All right, nice and easy. Oh, Blake Landrum turning in early. Tenny's with the assist. Whoa, Dan Landrum turning in early. Jack Nelson taking a little kiss off that curbing. So it's Ryder Smith out front. Blake Landrum back up to the 2. Dan Landrum in the 3. Jack Nelson in the 4. Blake shuts the door on Dad. Puts him in the pipe. So Blake Landrum hanging on to the 2 spot. Jack Nelson up to the 3. Dan Landrum in the 4. 4:15 to go in this one. Blake up on 2 wheels, saves it. Coming in a little hot into that triple section there, right into the hands of Craig O'Brien. Jack Nelson mounting a charge here. Jack trying to find a way by, trying to go over the top. Turns in just a bit early on that chicane. Dan Landrum going to try and go by. All these guys get collected. Marshall doing what he can. $3:45 to go in this one. They get together again. The battles for that number 3 spot, Jack and Dan. Out front across the line, Ryder Smith, 20.3. Blake Landrum, 19.5. So Blake Landrum taking a chunk off of Ryder Smith that time by. 3:30 to go. Battle for the number 3 spot down the straightaway. Jack in that all purple, Dan in that green and gray. Jack on the wrong side of the pipe, Dan going to go by. Ryder with a 19.9 across the line. Blake Landrum, 22.5. So Ryder takes that little bit of lead back. 5.2 to separation up front. Dan Landrum moving up to the 3 spot. He's got a 3.4 second gap on Jack in the 4. 2 down, 3 to go. Watching that triple, watching a triple. It's clear. Leader down the line. Ryder Smith, 20.8. Blake Landrum across the line, 19.5. Takes 1.3 off a Ryder that time by. It's 3.9 up front, the gap. Smith with a 19.8. His best lap of the race. Blake Landrum with his best lap as well, a 19.3. Turns in just a bit early at the end of the sweeper there. That is going to allow Dan Landrum to close the gap just a bit. Ryder back-to-back hot laps. 19.5 this time by. Blake with a 22.0. Dan Landrum, 18.6 hot lap of the race that time by on lap 9 for Dan Landrum. Dan closing in on Blake. Blake gets a little crossed up. Battle for the number 2 spot going in the off-camber. The green car's duking it out. Father v. son. Second place battle working in the kids' table now. Blake trying to keep that door closed. Dan Landrum knocking. $1:10 to go in this one. Little sigh of relief there from Blake Landrum. Dan on his lid. Blake doing his best lap last time by 18.8. 4 down, 1 to go. I'll watch coming on the straightaway. Blake turning in just a bit early. 45 seconds to go. It's Ryder, Blake, Dan, and Jack. Oh, man, Blake's sending it over that kid's table. Getting caught up with the lap traffic just a bit. Dan Landrum going to go by. 30 seconds to go. $15 seconds to go in this one. Blake got to get to the line here, and he does. Dan Landrum got to keep it clean. Once you cross the line, you will be done. Oh, man, Blake getting caught up with Jack just there. And that's it. Everybody is done. Ryder Smith going to take that one. Dan Landrum in the 2. Blake Landrum, 3. Jack Nelson in the 4. There was a 2-lap separation there, but they finished on the exact same time. Like, if they were on the same lap, it would have been identical times. 5:20.262. So they weren't on the same lap, but still, that would have been crazy. That happened once at a Nationals I was at. Mayfield and Dakota with the exact same time across the line. I don't know. Live RC figures it out. It was like fast lap or something. All right, Ryder, why don't you come over here? Actually, Ryder, why don't you switch with Breadbasket Brian? You want to switch with him, Breadbasket Brian? Thank you. Breadbasket Brian, World Traveler. All right, roll him around, check him in, 21.5 buggy. Don't forget, guys, it is against the rules to share cars. Make sure you're not sharing cars out there. Everybody has to have their own car. All right, everybody is checked in. And I'm going to need a plentiful amount of volunteer marshals after this race. Plentiful means a lot for the uninformed. Matt Bendlin going to be on the 1. Shane Smith on the 2. Jaden Bendlin 3. Mike Chesney on the 4. Yeah. Excellent. Perfect. Thank you, Breadbasket Brian. All right, this is our 21.5 two-wheel drive A-main. Marshals look alive. Drivers, we're going to be going on the sound of the tone. Nice and easy. Oh, Jaden catches that curbing early on. It's all right, long race. These guys coming around, finished lap 1 here. Matty B out front. Shane Smith in the 2. Chesney up to the 3. Bendlin in the 4. Matty B across the line, 18.1, 18.7 for Shane Smith. 1.4 to gap up front early on in this one. One minute in, 4 long minutes to go. Matthias Bendlin, 18 flat last time across the line. All black, yellow wheels, working that double table section right now. Second spot is Shane Smith. Smith working across the line. Chesney in a 3 spot, orange and white. Jaden Bendlin in the 4, and that all blue. 125 and 335 to go. Stock short course 11 truck A-main up next. We will need many, many volunteer marshals. Matty B out front. Shane Smith in the 2, but Mike Chesney creeping up here into the peripheral vision of Shane Smith. Taking a good chunk off him that time by. Separation only 2.2. These guys both working into the table. Smith goes for a tumble on the kids' table. Chesney going to go on by. So it's Chesney up to the 2 spot now. Smith turning in just a bit early. Oh, man. Ryder dancing around him. So now it's Matty B, Chesney, Smith, and Bendelin. Now it's Shane Smith getting to do the chasing a little bit here. Jaden Bendelin does his best lap last time by, 19-1. Jaden Bendelin not out of this one yet. These guys make one mistake, he's going to be creeping in. 2:05 to go. Leader goes for a tumble. He's got plenty of room. Battle for that second spot, working down the straightaway. Chesney, 21.5. Shane Smith, 18.8. Smith a little wide after that kid's table. Double curbing in the chicane. Going to lose all that time he made up. Chesney breathing a little sigh of relief here. A shake of the head from Shane Smith, and away he goes. 1:30 on the clock. Jaden Bendelin all the while just clicking laps off here. Bendelin creeping into the conversation. Him and Shane Smith sharing the triple now. Working over the kids' table. It's a battle for the number 3 spot now. Jaden Bendelin back in the mix. Rough opening laps for Bendelin. Put his head down all race. Sharing the same straightaway with Shane Smith now. 1:05 to go. Oh, Bendelin gets it wrong. Marshall not even paying attention. $55 seconds to go. Bendelin, Chesney, Smith, and Jaden Bendelin. $4:30 down, 30 to go. Jaden creeping up on Shane Smith yet again. These guys working through the triple section. Jaden gaining some ground there, going over the kids' table, through the chicane. 12 seconds on the clock. They should go one more. Shane Smith up on that pipe just a bit. 19-3, 19 flat. Bendelin laying some laps here. It's going to be the final lap. Battle for the 3rd position. Working through the triple section right now. Shane Smith got to keep it clean. Bendelin turns in just a bit early. Just waiting on one more. And that's it. Bring them in, shut them down. Marshals, on your blowers, please. Matt Bendelin going to take that one. Chesney going to bring home the 2. Shane Smith 3. Jaden Bendelin in the 4. All right, I need all volunteer marshals to the track, please, and thank you. All right, I need anybody and everybody who is not racing to come out and help me marshal. Appreciate it. Mr. LeBeau, you could take right by the motive sign right there. That'd be awesome. You get a Marshall rider? Why don't you take right there by Mr. Chesney? Yeah, right there. All right, you guys go ahead, roll them around, check them in. 11 truck short course A main. That seemed like the most fun option. All right, everybody is checked in. Tyler Ski on the 1, June Villaruz on the 2, Shane Coles 3, Benny Carlson 4, Matt Beer on the 5, Ski Man on the 6, Rick Nicholas 7, Benjamin Meyer on the 8, Fran Bonji on the 9, Stephen Key on the 10, and Todd Meyer on the invisible 11 on the top of the hill. No, we should be good. Yeah. Yeah, Bread Basket's got the scan. All right. This is our stock short course A main. 11 trucks. So I want an excellent amount of patience here on the first lap. We're going to go racing. We're going to have some fun. And we're going to take it easy on the sound of the tone. Easy, easy, easy. No need to force a pass. Check up, check up, check up. Check up back there. Saw it, Rick Nicholas. Thank you. Patience, guys. Patience on the first lap here. Let's get through this kids' table. Keep going, keep going. Nice and easy. Oh, yeah. We're rolling with that. Tyler Ski leading us out. Villaruz. Oh, Villaruz gets into the back of him. Nowhere to go. Ski goes a little wide. Villaruz goes a little inside. Ryder trying to get him unhooked. He's got it. They were latched. These guys going to lose all the positions. Oh, my goodness. Put him on the straightaway. So it is Shane Coles out front right now. Benny Carlson up to the 2. 3 spot. Looking like Matt Beer. Rick Nicholas in the 4, Ski Man, Tyler Ski, Villaruz, Meyer, Key, Meyer, and Bonji. Coles out front, but he's got a long way to go here. 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this main. Benny Carlson in the 2. These guys separated just a bit from Matt Beer. Ski Man. Rick Nicholas, Tyler Ski looking to the inside of Rick Nicholas, gives him the doors. Nicholas kicks it right back. So Cole's our leader, coming up on some traffic now. He's in that white and orange. Benny Carlson in the white and checkers. Matt Beer in the red and black in the 3. Ski Man in the 4 in that red and silver. Rick Nicholas, silver and orange, mounting a charge here on Ski Man. Looking to the inside. Round the outside, Ski Man keeping the door shut. Here comes Villaruz and Tyler Ski, Benjamin Meyer, Stephen Key, Fran Bonji, and Todd Meyer. Leader will be on Fran Bonji. He is that white and orange. Shane Coles out front. 2:10 in, 4:50 to go in this one. Battle for that number 4 spot coming on the straightaway. Ski Man up on the pipe. Ski Man a little wide. Rick Nicholas gives him a bump. He gets into him. June Villaruz going to go on by. So Villaruz from the 6 to the 4 right there. Got his sights set on Matt Beer in the 3 spot. So from top to bottom, it's Coles, Carlson, Beer, Villaruz, Ski Man, Nicholas, Ski, Meyer, Key, Bonji, and Todd Meyer. 4:10 to go. Coles, your leader, stretching it out, working across the line here. Benny Carlson in that 2 spot. Benny across the line. Where's Matt Beer? Matt Beer in the 3. He's got a mirror full of June Villaruz. Battle for the 3 spot, working through the sweeper. June looking to the inside there. Beer shuts the door. Again, inside on the triple, nothing there. Inside after the triple, nothing there. Around the kids' table, June gets the spot. Beer turns in way early. Watch it exiting chicane. Exit chicane. It's clear. Beer going to roll it over. Now he's under attack from Ski Man, Nicholas, Tyler Ski. Shane Cole's caught in the middle of this battle here, putting these guys a lap down. 3:15 to go. Get in there, Tyler Ski. Elbows. He's got a lap on you. Bump him out of the way. 4 down, 3 to go. Go now. Cole's out front. Benny in the 2. Benny working that kid's table right now. 3rd spot, Villaruz. Villaruz working in a triple. Benny gets caught up just a bit. Coles gets caught up. Benny Carlson to the point. Shane Cole's on his lid. So Benny working that chicane section right now. Orange and checkerboard. 2:20 on the clock. Leaders coming up on Tyler Ski and Rick Nicholas, if and when. That's a battle right there as well. Ski and Rick Nicholas. Tyler Ski, that is. Tyler Ski to the inside, gives Rick Nicholas to the doors. He's got the leader right behind him. Leader right behind Tyler Ski. Thank you. Second place to follow, Rick and Tyler Ski. Second place on Rick Nicholas. 1:55 to go. Benny around the carousel, working that triple section. Here comes Shane in a triple. Separation about a second. Where's Villaruz? Villaruz in a triple section right now. And we got Beer, Ski Man, Tyler Ski, Rick Nicholas, Benjamin, Fran, Steven, and Todd Meyer. 1:30 to go in this one. Benny Carlson out front, working that tabletop section. Down the line, 18-3. Here comes Coles, 18-7. Benny Carlson does his best lap of the race on lap 18. Got his head down, clicking some laps here. Coming up on one of the Myers. I believe that is Todd Meyer. Thank you. Second place to follow. Orange and white is your second place car. Excellent. 6 down, 1 to go. Tyler Ski gives our second place car plenty of room. Now Shane Cole's got nothing but racetrack between him and Benny Carlson. 45 seconds to go here. Cole's charging hard. Hot lap last time by for Cole's 18-2. Going to back it up 18-3. Carlson with an 18-3. 35 seconds to go. Leaders coming up on Stephen Key. 2 cars. Excellent. And one more to follow right after this. Excellent. Go, go, go. 23 seconds across the line. Benny and Shane working in a triple. Benny got to keep it clean. The pressure is on. A little kiss off the pipe there. Shane Cole's going to close the gap. Rounding off cameras, double tables. Down the line here, they both going around for one more. This is going to be the final lap here. Benny Carlson, Shane Coles. The student versus the master. Working through the chicane. Tighty lines for both. Shane Cole's got to make something happen. He's looking to the inside. 50-50 grinds, not there. Cole's getting high-sided. Benny Carlson coming across to stop the timer. All in, all done. Benny Carlson going to take the win. Cole's coming home number 2. Villaruz, Ski Man, Beer, Tyler Ski, Rick Nicholas, Benjamin Meyer, Fran Bonji, Stephen Key, and Todd Meyer. Nice. All right, let's get the guys from the last race spread out here to Marshall. Ski Man, I'll take you by the motive banner, or one of you guys by the motive banner on the far side. And Rick Nicholas, you could take a, I mean, you can hang out there if you want. That'd be all right. Or you could take a break. That's up to you. All right, stock buggy guys, roll them around, check them in. If everybody's ready here, should be. Straight away, straight away, straight away. All right, everybody is checked in. The straightaway is closed. On the number 1, going to be Jamie Tenney's, Craig O'Brien on the 2, Chris Nelson on the 3, Shane Coles on the 4, Drake LeBeau on the 5, LeBeau, Talon Didi on the 6, and June Showtime Villaruz on the 7. All right, guys. The grid is set. Let's have a nice, easy start. I don't want to bring them back. We're going to have some fun on the sound of the tone. The trucks, they had a great start. All right, guys. Sound of the tone. Easy, easy, easy. No need to force any passes on lap 1. Keep her going. Thank you. Saw that. That's how you do it right there. Freight train, stock buggy, A-main, KOB going to tap out on lap 2. That's going to move up Nelson, Coles, LeBeau. Oh, someone get it wrong in the chicane. The rest of these guys get around him. Now Shane Coles. That was our 4th place driver going from the 4 to the 7. So Tenney's leading them out. Chris Nelson to the 2. LeBeau, Didi, O'Brien, Coles, and Villaruz. Leader across the line around the carousel corner. Nelson around the carousel. LeBeau up on 2 wheels, saves it. He's going to be under attack from Talon Didi. Didi in that Corsa gray, B7 working right behind LeBeau. LeBeau rocking that B5M. Got that thing working. $115 in, $545 to go in this one. Leader working the tables. Here comes 2 spot down the line. LeBeau in the 3. Didi and O'Brien. Little break to Coles and Villaruz. O'Brien goes trips. Sticks it. Talon going for a roll over there. O'Brien trying to get by. Thinks better of it. So 5:10 to go in this one. Battle for the number 4 spot. Working over to carousel corner. Didi in that Corsa gray. O'Brien in that all white. Both these guys rocking a new Team Associated B7. Talon clips that pipe in the chicane. Going to lose 2 spots now. O'Brien and Cole's going to go by. 4:50 to go. LeBeau going for a tumble. He was on the back wing of Nelson. Going to lose that ground he made up there. Nelson, a little sigh of relief. These guys still sharing the same straightaway, though. They don't have much time on Craig O'Brien. Craig O'Brien just did his fast lap 16.7 last time by. Takes 9/10 off of Nelson and LeBeau. Leader across the line with a 17.3. Nelson, 17.1. 17.3 from LeBeau. O'Brien, 17.0. We got Coles, Didi, and Villaruz. 4:15 to go in this one. Leader will be coming up on June, if and when. 2, 3, and 4, all down the straightaway. Chris Nelson in that baby blue yellow wheels comes up just a bit short on that double single section. LeBeau going to close in. Nelson sliding it around that second off camber. These guys sharing the same straightaway now. 17-6, Drake LeBeau, 16-8. I didn't see what happened there. LeBeau getting the short end of the deal here. 3:25 and 3:35 to go. It's still Tennies, Nelson, O'Brien, LeBeau, Coles, Didi, and Villaruz. Watch going into the triple. It's clear. LeBeau going for a tumble. Shane Cole's going to go by. So battle for that number 4 spot. Working on a chicane. Shane a little crossed up. LeBeau sizing him up like a new pair of shoes. These guys working down the line. 3:05 to go. That is the closest battle on the track right now. Coles and LeBeau. These guys working in that second off camber through the tables. $2:45 to go. LeBeau up on that curbing. Going to lose some time to Shane Coles there. Oh, put him on right behind you, Todd Meyer. Right behind you, Todd Meyer. Put him on a straightaway. Thank you. 2:35 to go in this one. Tennies through the chicane. Tidy line on that exit. 16-9 across the line for our leader. He's got about a 4.5 second lead on Chris Nelson right now. 2:20 to go. Nelson with a 17-5. O'Brien 17-0. Coles and LeBeau still battling back there. 2:05 to go. Coles leaving the door open. LeBeau closing the gap. Watch it straightaway. Go high or low. Go high or low. It's right in the middle. Clear. Oh, go low, low, low now. Go low. Go low. Not that low, June. It's clear now. It's clear. 1:40 to go. Coles and LeBeau still battling it out here. Working over to Kid's table. Into the chicane. O'Brien trying to reel in Nelson. Second place car will be on June if and when. Third place car is on Talon Didi. Thank you. 1:10 to go. LeBeau looking to the inside. Shane Coles slamming the door. Oh, Cole's getting a little loose there, sliding out on that second off camber. LeBeau going around the outside. 6 minutes down, 1 to go. Cole's getting a little crossed up on the previous lap. LeBeau taking full advantage. Battle for the number 2 spot. Chris Nelson clipping the pipe there. 45 seconds to go. Craig O'Brien going by to the number 2. Tenny's still only got about a 4-second lead on these guys. Still got to keep it clean, keep his head down for another 33 seconds. 17-5 last time by for our leader. 17-0 for Craig O'Brien. Tenny's little kiss off the pipe there. 22 seconds across the line for Tenny's. 18 seconds when Craig O'Brien crossed the line. 17-7 for Tenny's. 17-3 for O'Brien. A half a second there. 10 seconds left on the clock. I don't know if it's going to be enough. O'Brien nailing the coffin there. He's going to lose the spot to Nelson. Neither of these guys going to catch Tenny's. Neither of them going to make it to the line either. Nelson got to keep it rubber to the dirt. Once you cross the line, you will be done. The LeBeau-Coles battle across the line. And that's it. All in, all done. Tenny's tone to tone in that one. Going to take the win tonight. Chris Nelson going to bring home the number 2. Craig O'Brien 3. Drake LeBeau 4. Shane Coles 5. Talon Didi 6. June Villaruz coming home number 7. All right, guys, that concludes our racing for this evening. If you have a tab in the shop, please head to the shop right now. Get that taken care of. Thank you guys all for coming out. Don't forget, we have the U.S. Buggy Championships this weekend. So the track will be closed for driving, but open for spectating. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And as always, we thank you guys for coming out, having a little fun. A little bit, yeah. He had about a 5-second lead.